All right, guys, I want a 6-pack of Marlboros, some snowballs, and a jumbo Mattel WWE Elite set, like Elite 110. Let's unbox it.
Dramatico lives.
Open cactus jet.
Let's unbox it.
We're showing everybody's huge packages off here.
Brothers of Destruction. No one likes John Cena.
Continue. Good for you, buddy.
It's the Stinger, baby.
Cheers, gentlemen.
Without question, the highlight of this set, an updated Rhea Ripley, right? For the longest time, we had kind of that old school NXT style Rhea Ripley and kind of her first debut onto the main roster and things like that. Here's Rhea Ripley in Elite Series 110 with an updated look. You know, it's not as current as she looks right now. Obviously, her hair's a little longer, it's a little bit beefier, let's say. And by beefy, I mean some muscles, some real muscles on Rhea Ripley, which is as cool as it gets. But here she is in Elite Series 110 with certainly a more recent look compared to the figures in the past. So it's nice to get this one, get a chance to put Rhea Ripley in your collection in the modern era. Here are a couple of interchangeable tattooed hands. And of course the Women's SmackDown Championship with the blue faceplate that Rhea Ripley has become very accustomed to carrying, and those Rhea side plates. And the Rhea figure itself, look at that. We have a brand new head sculpt, a little bit longer hair, nice, incredible detail. And if you look really closely on this head sculpt, let me see how close I can get it while it's still in focus. Look at that right there. You can see she has her nose pierced in 3 different places. Very exciting. She got those gauge earrings, also very cool. And this is an upgraded Rhea Ripley right here. So accurate tattoos, accurate musculature for the time, and some molded kind of chains on her ring gear right here. So she has full Elite articulation, but also a little bit of cool molding on the back there. What does that say, man? Does that say Dom? Does that say Dom Dom? Of course it does. It says Dom Dom on the back of her ring gear right there. You know, wearing her colors proudly for her man. Nothing wrong with that. You can see these molded straps right here, and in the front, some more straps. They're painted on stockings, which also kind of show her tattoos underneath. Just really incredible detail here. It's hard to go wrong with something as good as this. And of course, the studded straps on the molded strap boots right there. Rhea Ripley. Okay, ow. Of course, nothing wrong with seeing a legend in the main Elite line. Doesn't happen very often, but when it does, it's exciting. We have Bruno San Martino here with only one previous release, and it's like from forever ago. I think it might be like Elite 25 or 30, somewhere in the 20s or 30s. I forget which one. Hard to remember when there's 110. So here's Bruno San Martino back in Elite Series 110. And thankfully, if you're looking to do some Hall of Fame inductions in your figure fed, you have Bruno San Martino, not only to be the leader of your Hall of Fame, but also to give you that nice Hall of Fame podium right there for some real speeches. A couple of interchangeable hands here. Here's Bruno's Hall of Fame plaque from his 2013 induction, which I may or may not have been at. Very cool. And how exciting, you know it's exciting when we get unique accessories. Here's the podium, right? This clear podium with a microphone on top to give some speeches. You don't have to use it for the Hall of Fame. If you don't want, you can use it for whatever you like. Use your imagination. Perhaps someone is giving a speech on your Monday Night Raw or your SmackDown, or perhaps your other figure shows that you run. Here's a podium for it. And check out this Bruno figure. Here's Bruno San Martino right here. Beefy, I have to say. A Madison Square Garden staple, right? So you can't really pass a New Yorker and talk about wrestling without Bruno San Martino being part of the conversation, especially older fans who are accustomed to seeing him kind of rule the world as champion, as a world champion here. Love that painted on, not just chest hair, but also hair on the arms right here. That is a great detail. Definitely reflects what Bruno really looks like, you know? When you saw him at his Hall of Fame induction, a little bit older, this is the younger kind of prime Bruno. Perfect to have a championship match with. Let's fantasy book this, you know? Who would you like to see Bruno step in the ring with? My dream Bruno San Martino match probably would have been Bruno San Martino versus Roman Reigns, right? That would have been a very cool thing to see. And of course, if you're going classic, maybe an old school like Attitude Rock, you know, him kind of putting that young and loudmouth butthead in his place with a nice big Bruno San Martino win. So here he is, green trunks, classic short black boots, and you're ready to have one of the most legendary champions ever. Lucky for all the Butch, aka Pete Dunne fans out there, this series you get not one, but two versions. You get a chase version of Butch here, aka Pete Dunne. He's reverted back to Pete Dunne, but you know, the gear still kind of fits accurately. So for sure, if you're looking for an updated Pete Dunne, this is definitely a way to do it. So I would say go for it. Which one should we start with? The green one or the red, white, and blue one? You'll see both of them, but we're going to start with the green. And that's the one that I'm going to crack open for you right here. Real easy. Just unboxing gets easier and easier all the time. A couple of interchangeable hands here. And each version of Butch comes with a cricket bat right here, a breakable cricket bat. You know, cricket, you got to know what a crumpet is to understand cricket, but here we are. It's a great accessory right here, something different, right? Each Butch also comes with a Brawling Brutes Fight Night removable soft good shirt. Check that out, Velcro in the back. And a green version of Butch, aka Pete Dunne, right here with the long brown locks. Look at those, the half shaved head and the half long head. Very cool, very modern, right? Of course, he's got a wrestling singlet on, as any good brawler should. Brawling Brutes on the side in gold and green right there, and kind of a tan color. On the other side, same thing, Brawling Brutes right there. Check that out. And he's wearing some black wrist tape. Goes all the way down, accurate knee tattoo right here. Check that out. And some high kick pad style boots. And those are green as well. Sweet. And the alternate Butch right here with a Brawling Brutes singlet that's dedicated to the Union Jack right there with a red, blue, and at least I think it is. I hope it is. It looks like it is to me. Red, white, and blue color scheme. Brawling Brutes on the side. Check that out. There it is. And you can see in the front right there, it kind of cuts into the articulation a little bit, but if you line it up, looks great. And it goes all the way down to more high kick pads, of course, the knee tattoo. Why wouldn't it be here? And some high kick pads, red, white, and blue there as well. And the strap on the side. Cool. Don't forget the back of the boots. Keep it going with the real head of the table. Haven't seen him since WrestleMania, so enjoying some well-deserved time off, perhaps some contemplation as to what his next move would be, because you know if Roman Reigns ever returned to the WWE, he kind of jumps right to the top of the ladder, right? He never got his rematch, nothing, and he's still kind of the baddest of the bad sitting at the head of the table. There's a lot that Roman Reigns probably feels like he has to prove after that loss, and there's a lot of people that really feel like they have to prove something to themselves by stepping into the ring with Roman Reigns, right? Like some sharks smell blood in the water when they notice a wounded animal. Perhaps some folks out there might see Roman Reigns as a wounded animal. Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, Seth Rollins even? Haven't trusted him before, have you? Be honest with yourselves about that. Here are two interchangeable pointing Roman hands and the alternate hands for what he's packaged with. Of course, here is a World Heavyweight Championship with Roman Reigns side plates right there, carried by an absolute master. Wouldn't be the Tribal Chief without a Tribal Chief ceremonial wedding. Great accessory. Definitely need that with Roman Reigns. Here's that Roman figure right there. If you're looking for a Roman Reigns in your collection, this is basically how he looked right before he took off after WrestleMania. We have accurate arm tattoos, back tattoos, the big red power glove right there, delivering some Superman punches. Big fist right there, that kind of black gauntlet on one arm that he doesn't have the power glove, his kind of throwback. I love that Roman Reigns has never really changed his ring pants, you know. Always throws it back to the Shield with those black cargo pants a little bit. Red boots right here with Roman symbols on the sides and on the inside right there. You got kind of that Roman symbol and then that Superman punch symbol on the outside. Great detail and classic wrestler, the man. Yes, boy! WWE's resident pretty boys sitting pretty in NXT are finally here. Elton Prince, Kit Wilson, Pretty Deadly. Here they are. Pretty Deadly finally in the action figure lineup. You know, cool guys ready to fight, looking for, they call themselves Tasty Snacks, which, you know, can't say I disagree with them. Sure. You guys look like tasty snacks to me. Go for it, if that's what you want to call yourselves. Whoops, I dropped one. Looks like I dropped the ball with Pretty Deadly. Let's hope I'm the only one that does that. Ooh, nice woo face for Kit Wilson right here. Pretty Deadly. Yes, boy. A couple of interchangeable hand accessories here. And here is the Kit Wilson figure. You gotta love that long sleeve top, we'll call it. That's very cool. I'm not even going to attempt to take it off, but if you have to know, it does have some Velcro on the back, so it can be removed if that's what you're looking to do, to take it off. Pretty Deadly right here. Also have this weight belt right here, kind of a waistband. That doesn't come off, just so you know, but it does have kind of molded diamond studs in front, which is pretty cool. And you got to love that blue, shades of blue color scheme that Pretty Deadly has right here. Check that out. With the stitching painted into the side and gold and black boots. Pretty Deadly. This is Kit Wilson, one half of Pretty Deadly, the Pretty Boys of WWE. Elton Prince also getting a nice woo face right here. Look at that. Long hair in the back. A couple of interchangeable hand accessories for Elton Prince. And the Elton Prince figure itself, also with that top, and he does also include the Velcro in the back, so you can remove that top if you're looking to make him ring ready in a different way. That studded belt, you see those diamond studs right there? You can kind of see them raised 3D style if I turn it a certain way. Turn it back, you see again that blue color scheme to those ring pants and some long black and gold boots. Very cool. With a little bit of red trim on his too. Looks like he's been stomping mud holes and something to a bloody pulp, but let's hope that's not what it is. Pretty Deadly, right? Last but not least in this jumbo set, don't forget about Austin Theory, Mattel WWE Elite Series 110, United States champion, just all around athletic guy, right? Loves to sneer at fans, loves to sneer at people that might criticize him. Did you see him on that news show arguing with the guy that was saying that wrestling was fake? Earned my respect when that happened because, you know, forget that guy. What does that guy know what he's talking about? And Austin Theory was right. He may be wrong most of the other time when he's acting like a little bit of a jerk, but he was right in that moment. So good on Austin Theory for defending professional wrestling to some glory. A couple of hand accessories with those two fingers sticking straight up. And the WWE United States Championship right here, the modern era style with those Austin Theory side plates. The side plates have been coming in strong on these championships, right? There's so many of them with custom side plates at this point. And here is Austin Theory's. And here's the Theory figure itself. We fixed that jowly-headed, big-headed, bone-headed issue from the last one. So it's looking much sharper, much nicer of an action figure right here. Of course, he's now sporting a little bit of a beard. And he has wrist tape with All Day painted on it, on each wrist. And of course, Austin Theory All Day short tights right here with Austin Theory All Day symbol in the back. On the side, of course, A-Town right there. And a great color scheme, black, red, blue. How can you go wrong? All Day on the knee pad and the Theory symbol on the other knee pad. Some tall lace boots for a professional wrestler and the Austin Theory symbol right there on the boots. Looking good. We like it. And that's about the size of Mattel WWE Elite Series 110's jumbo set with not one, but two versions of Butch, aka Pete Dunne. An all-new Austin Theory right here with a fixed head sculpt and a much better action figure than his last release. Roman Reigns right here. If you need a Roman Reigns, that's standard for any good wrestling action figure collection, and this is the way to do it. Pretty Deadly, Kit Wilson, Elton Prince right here, both with their blue tops, we'll call them. And Bruno San Martino, Hall of Fame, absolute legend. Making a legend figure appear in the main Elite line is always a good thing. And of course, Rhea Ripley, the absolute beast of the women's division. Man, I wonder what that retribution is going to be like when she shows back up and she sees what Liv Morgan is doing to her Dom. So head on over to Ringside Collectibles, WrestlingFigures.com. Elite Series 110, as far as I know it at the moment, is currently available to snag. So if you want any of the names in this set, if you want some wrestling rings, accessories, anything else you could be looking for your action figure collection, head on over to Ringside Collectibles, WrestlingFigures.com. Make it all about wrestling figures.